Have you ever wondered why some people seem to thrive under pressure, adapt quickly to setbacks, and remain calm in the face of adversity, while others feel powerless, blaming luck or circumstances for everything that happens to them? What if the key difference lies not in talent or opportunity, but in something called your locus of control? Today, we're diving deep into this powerful psychological concept, exploring how it shapes your life, your happiness, and even your success. Before we get started, if you're passionate about personal growth, mental wellness, and exploring the hidden factors that shape our lives, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest insights, and by sharing, you help spread knowledge that just might change someone's life. Now, let's get into it. At its core, the concept of locus of control is all about where you believe the power in your life resides. The term was first introduced by psychologist Julian Rotter in the 1950s, and since then, it's become a foundational idea in psychology, influencing research in education, health, business, and beyond. So, what exactly is the locus of control? Imagine it as an invisible compass that guides your reactions to the world around you. People with an internal locus of control believe that they are the masters of their fate. Their actions, decisions, and efforts shape their outcomes. In contrast, those with an external locus of control feel that outside forces, like luck, fate, other people, or uncontrollable circumstances, dictate what happens in their lives. Picture two students who both receive a poor grade on an exam. The first might say, "I didn't study hard enough. I'll do better next time," taking personal responsibility and planning for improvement. The second might think, "The test was unfair. The teacher doesn't like me. There's nothing I could have done," attributing the outcome to factors outside their control. These different mindsets influence not just how they feel in the moment, but also how they approach future challenges. Why does your locus of control matter? Research shows that people with a strong internal locus of control tend to be more proactive, resilient, and motivated. They're more likely to set goals, persist in the face of setbacks, and ultimately achieve what they set out to do. They tend to have better mental and physical health, stronger relationships, and even higher earnings over their lifetimes. On the flip side, an external locus of control is often linked to feelings of helplessness, higher stress, and lower overall satisfaction in life. But it's important to recognize that locus of control isn't about blaming yourself for everything, nor is it about denying the very real impact of external events. Catastrophes, systemic barriers, and chance play roles in everyone's life. The key is in how you interpret and respond to these events. Even in tough times, people with an internal locus of control look for what they can do, no matter how small, to improve their situation or adapt. So, where is your locus of control? To figure this out, start by reflecting on how you explain the good and bad things that happen in your life. When something goes well, do you credit your own effort, or do you chalk it up to luck? When things go wrong, do you look for lessons and ways to grow, or do you feel like a victim of circumstance? There are even quizzes and assessments designed to help you pinpoint your natural tendencies. If you discover that you lean more toward an external locus of control, don't worry. This isn't set in stone. Like most psychological traits, your locus of control can shift over time with awareness and practice. Here are some strategies to help you cultivate a more internal locus of control and take charge of your destiny. First, practice self-reflection. When faced with challenges or disappointments, pause and ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? By focusing on your actions and choices, you empower yourself to make changes in the future. Second, set small, achievable goals. Success builds confidence. Start with manageable tasks, whether it's organizing your workspace, sticking to a study schedule, or trying a new hobby. Celebrate your progress and acknowledge the effort that got you there. Third, challenge negative self-talk. If you catch yourself saying things like, "I'll never be good at this," or "nothing ever goes my way," stop and reframe. Instead, try, "This is difficult, but I can improve with practice," or "I can't control everything, but I can control my response." Fourth, surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your growth and independence. Positive influences can help reinforce your belief in your own abilities and remind you of what you can control. Fifth, remember that setbacks and failures are part of life. Instead of seeing them as proof that you're powerless, treat them as opportunities to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what did this teach me? How can I approach things differently next time? It's also important to recognize that there's a balance to be struck. Having an extreme internal locus of control can sometimes lead to unnecessary self-blame or frustration when things truly are out of your hands. The healthiest mindset is one that recognizes your influence while also accepting what you cannot change. As you work on shifting your locus of control, you may notice changes in many areas of your life. You might find yourself taking more initiative at work or school, feeling less anxious about the future, and bouncing back more quickly from disappointments. You may also notice improvements in your relationships as you take responsibility for your actions and communicate more openly. In leadership and teamwork, understanding locus of control can help you support others more effectively. If you're a manager, teacher, or parent, encouraging an internal locus of control in those you lead can foster independence, creativity, and resilience. This doesn't mean ignoring external challenges, but rather guiding others to focus on what they can influence and control. Let's look at a few real-world examples. Athletes often credit their success to hard work, preparation, and learning from failure, hallmarks of an internal locus of control. Entrepreneurs who build successful businesses usually see setbacks as lesson rather than roadblocks. Even in health, people who believe they can influence their well-being are more likely to adopt healthy habits and stick with treatment plans. Of course, it's not always easy to shift your mindset, especially if you've faced repeated setbacks or grown up in an environment where you felt powerless. Change takes time, patience, and self-compassion. Start small, be kind to yourself, and remember that every step you take toward a more empowered mindset can make a difference. To sum up, your locus of control is a powerful lens through which you interpret your experiences and approach life's challenges. By becoming more aware of where your locus lies and taking steps to move it inward, you can unlock greater confidence, resilience, and satisfaction in all areas of your life. Thank you much for watching. If you found value in this discussion and want to see more content like this, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights on personal growth and psychology. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you see yourself as having more of an internal or external locus of control? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks again for being here, and remember, you have more power than you think.